7 championships, nearly 2 decades of dominance, and now NASCAR just confirmed the ending nobody saw coming. Jimmie Johnson is closing out his Cup Series career the exact same way he started it, behind the wheel of the number reel. 48, and the fact that Hendrick Motorsports, Legacy Motor Club, and NASCAR all had to work together to make this happen tells you exactly how big of a moment this is. This isn't just a farewell lap. This is history closing the loop on itself. Here's what's actually happening. Jimmie Johnson will run his final Cup Series race at the 2027 Daytona 500, and he's doing it in the number 25. 48 car fielded by Legacy Motor Club. Rick Hendrick, the man who built Johnson into a legend, personally announced it. That number currently belongs to Alex Bowman at Hendrick Motorsports. To make this tribute happen, Bowman is expected to shift to a different car number for what could also be his own final Daytona 500 run. Alley Financial and NASCAR had to sign off on the arrangement, since number rights and sponsorship deals aren't something you just swap overnight. Bottom line, the 7-time champion is getting the ending fans have been asking for since the day he stepped away from full-time racing. To understand why this move hit so hard, you have to understand what the number 48 actually represents. That number wasn't just a car assignment. It was Jimmie Johnson's identity for the majority of his prime years at Hendrick Motorsports. The number tied to 5 straight championships from 2006 to 2010, a run so dominant it changed how people talked about NASCAR greatness. With Johnson's step back from full-time competition, the number transitioned to Alex Bowman, who's been building his own respected career under that same digit ever since, so this isn't a simple favor. This is Hendrick Motorsports, Legacy Motor Club, Ally Financial, and NASCAR essentially rearranging business relationships and sponsorship structures just to hand a legend his number back for one final ride. That kind of coordination doesn't happen for just anyone. It happens for a driver the entire sport agrees deserves a proper send-off, and symbolically, it matters even more than people realize. Johnson isn't retiring in some random car with a random number. He's closing the book exactly where he opened it. Full circle, no loose ends. Now let's break down why this decision is smarter than it looks on the surface. First, the strategic angle. Legacy Motor Club isn't just handing Johnson a ceremonial ride. They're also handing themselves a massive spotlight moment. Johnson's name still moves the needle in mainstream sports media well beyond NASCAR's usual audience. Having him in their car at Daytona in a storyline this emotional is a marketing opportunity money genuinely can't buy. Second, think about the risk Bowman is absorbing here. Giving up your primary number, even temporarily, isn't nothing. Car numbers carry brand recognition, merchandising value, and fan loyalty. Bowman stepping aside shows real respect for what Johnson built, but it's also a gamble on identity continuity for a driver who spent years establishing himself under that same 48. Third, and this is the sharpest business angle, Ally Financial had to approve this. Sponsors don't casually agree to reshuffle branding around race numbers unless the payoff in visibility and goodwill outweighs the disruption. The fact that Ally signed off tells you they see this as a win, not a headache. So is this smart or risky? Honestly, it's calculated brilliance. Every party involved gains something. Legacy gets a historic spotlight. Hendrick gets to honor its greatest driver correctly. Ally gets a feel-good branding moment. And Johnson gets the ending his career has earned. The only real risk is emotional, not strategic. Because once this race ends, there's no walking it back. This truly is the last time we see Jimmie Johnson strap into a Cup Series car. Expect an emotional split across the fan base. Longtime NASCAR loyalists, especially those who watched Johnson's championship run in real time, are going to view this as one of the most respectful send-offs the sport has ever organized. There's a sense of closure here that fans rarely get with legendary athletes. On the other side, you'll likely hear some noise from fans wondering whether Bowman is getting overshadowed in his own storyline, especially if this really is his final Daytona 500 as well. 2 legacy-defining moments happening in the same race with overlapping car numbers creates a natural tension in the fan conversation. Media coverage will almost certainly lean heavily into nostalgia. Highlight reels of Johnson's championship seasons, comparisons to other legendary athlete farewells across sports, and debate over whether this is the greatest send-off NASCAR has ever engineered. Either way, this story is built to dominate timelines the moment it happens. Best case scenario, Johnson delivers a competitive, emotionally charged run at Daytona. The broadcast becomes one of the most watched non-championship races of the decade, and NASCAR gets a career-capping moment that gets replayed for years. Bowman also has a strong final run in his new number, and both storylines end up complementing each other instead of competing. Worst case scenario, the emotional weight of the moment overshadows the racing itself. Johnson's final run ends in an early wreck or mechanical issue, which happens often at Daytona given how chaotic that track can be, and the ending feels anticlimactic despite all the buildup. Bowman's number change also creates unnecessary confusion or backlash among fans who feel his own milestone got diminished. Daytona is unpredictable by nature. That's exactly what makes this storyline so tense. So here's the real question. Is this the perfect way to close out a legendary career? Or is Legacy Motor Club and Hendrick Motorsports taking a risk by putting that much emotional weight on one unpredictable race? Drop your take in the comments. Are you team perfect send-off or team too risky for Daytona? If you're into stories like this, real breakdowns, real analysis, no fluff, make sure you subscribe because SportsWire USA is just getting started.